Welcome to
The Fundamentals.
We have a brand new podcast for you guys. We're going to see how this goes. This is a temporary setup, if you can't tell by the tape job that Luke Schaff did. Well, you did the good ones. So I'm trying to degrade him.
Degrade. That's what started out.
Okay.
Thanks, Mason.
So this podcast is going to be whatever the hell we want it to be.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I love that.
Yeah. So we're going to have a lot of different segments on here. We're going to have heated takes, which we have today, and got ball knowledge. We're going to have Luke's locks sometime. What you got?
We're either going to have Eli's airs or we're going to have Eli's ERAs, where I give you guys pitching segments, or I make it a fun episode and do Shacked and a Fool.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do Crane's Corner. I don't know what that's going to be yet. Probably ranting because everything's stupid.
I just hate everything.
You hate everything, Mason.
Get a load of this guy.
Get a load of that guy who's not wearing a jersey. We're going to point it out.
Okay, I took my jerseys home. Thanks for making me feel bad, Mason.
First segment, NBA Finals predictions. Luke?
Well, Mason, you should already know this by now, but I don't usually like – there hasn't been a repeat NBA champion in a long time. I think since the Warriors did it with KD and Draymond and Klay Thompson and Curry and all them. But
facts.
I am going to have to say that the Boston Celtics are going to repeat as champions, and they're going to beat Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay. Eli?
As you guys will find out, I don't really watch the NBA a lot. I'm more of an MLB kind of guy.
Nerd.
I will – thanks, Luke. I will definitely say –
What did you do?
My locks for the finals are either going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder, best record in the NBA, or, as you said, Luke, the Boston Celtics, because it's the Boston Celtics.
They are the Boston Celtics.
That is factual. Yeah. That's good stuff right there. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Chicken fingers. My name is Ander Dingus. Who the fuck is Tingus Pingus? Lakers in 5.
Who are they beating in 5?
Who are they?
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Lakers in 5. All right. First time segment, heated takes. Eli, Luke, you're going to fight. I'm going to play as the big guy and try and make sure you guys don't punch each other. I got this. Probably not going to hold you guys back very much, so just don't do anything stupid.
Well, there's no room for us to move around.
Yeah,
so
we're kind of sandwiched in.
We're not going to be able to fight.
Temporary setup, everybody. This will be fixed. Okay. Who wants to start?
You looked at Eli, so you might as well go Eli.
I can start.
Who will win the AL MVP?
Oh, you're going to really throw me on here. Well, I like Aaron Judge with, the Yankees bringing in the torpedo bats. Aaron Judge, one of the best power hitters in all of the MLB. But I'm going to go with sleeper pick here, and I'm going to go with Spencer Torkelson, as Spencer Torkelson has had such a great bounce back to a season, 7 home runs, over a 250, almost 300 batting average. And I think if he keeps it up, he could end up towards the top of the AL standings.
So, he says sleeper. I promise you he's correct, because everybody is sleeping on Spencer Torkelson's MVP odds. I'm going to be a bit more basic.
Why is that? Why is everybody sleeping on it? I wrote down a note that says Eli has lost it.
Nobody needs...
I said Aaron Judge, first of all.
Nobody needs melatonin when Eli is talking about Spencer Torkelson's MVP odds.
Hey, I got to keep it entertaining. Throw back to when we were on Sports Central and we had talked about our MVP favorites in the NBA.
You were very wrong.
I brought up Cade Cunningham.
He's good. He's not MVP.
He finished top 10, so...
That does not mean he's the MVP.
It doesn't mean he's the MVP, but I got to keep things interesting.
Just keep it simple. Aaron Judge is the best player in the American League, and Juan Soto's gone. He's in the National League, and there's really no other hitters that even come close. I mean, I could say Scooble, but a pitcher is not going to win the MVP unless they're Justin Verlander. And Aaron Judge, he hasn't hit a lot of home runs recently, but he's still batting, 350 over the last month. So it's Aaron Judge. He's in a Little League ballpark, as me and Mason call it. So And he doesn't have anybody else to take away that spotlight from him in New York. And it's going to be Aaron Judge, and it's not going to be close.
So I said Aaron Judge originally, and then I had to give my sleeper pick. So I
Cinema is not made from
then if you want my
everyone
specific,
agreeing.
Then if you want my specific answer, it's going to be Aaron Judge. But
Okay.
I'm going to have
All right.
Torkel Sinisa.
Well, we got some more questions here, so hopefully we get some flames for the heated takes.
Eli put some water on his take because Spencer Torkelson is crazy.
Hey, I got to keep it interesting.
Okay, can the Cubs win the NL Central?
They could. I mean, if you think about it, the NL Central is pretty garbage. The Brewers,
Okay, fine. Will the Cubs win?
The Brewers are the only really team that I could see making a run. But I'm going to say no. The Cubs are not going to win the NL Central. The Brewers are.
I am going to say yes, primarily on the fact that, number one, right now the Cubs, they lead the NL Central by, I believe it's like 2 or 3 games right now. Mm-hmm. And I think if they can keep it up, the only thing that will stop them from winning the NL Central is if their bullpen just falls apart, because they do have a very rocky bullpen.
Okay.
They don't got Aroldis Chapman no more. That was 10 years
They
ago.
do have a very rocky bullpen, but I think they have enough younger talent that can really help them win, and the NL Central is not the most
Well, you speak of young talent. The best young player in the NL Central, Jackson Chourio, is on the Brewers, and he's due for a breakout season. And I just think the Brewers they don't have Corbin Burns anymore, but they have great pitchers. 1 through 4, they have pretty 4 good starting pitchers. So give me the Brewers any day of the week. I know the Cubs have Kyle Tucker, but you need a lot more than that.
We'll move on to the next one. I'm going to jump in on this one as well, because the big guy does that.
The big guy's jumping in.
Will the Lions be as good next year? Should we start with realism or optimism? Optimism, what you got?
Well, I am the only Lions fan in here. I'm sitting next to a horrible Green Bay Packers fan.
I don't even know if that's on frame.
It's
pretty bad setup,
you can sort of see it,
okay.
But yeah, unfortunately, I'm sitting next to a New England Patriots fan, which I can't really say a lot of bad. I can't really say a lot of bad things. Love Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the GOAT. The Packers just.
I can say
Packers.
a bad thing about the Patriots.
Do I think the Lions?
Hold on, let's get to the Patriots thing. Y'all got rid of Joe Milton. That was stupid.
Well, we got a better
No, just shut up.
No.
We
got a better. Joe Milton cost us Travis Hunter. That is what happened.
All right. Do I think that the Lions will be just as good next year? Ideally, I do, primarily because they didn't really lose very many players. I mean, they lost a couple.
They lost games, though.
They lost
the one that mattered.
Thanks, but ideally, I mean, they lost a couple keys here and there. They lost Carlton Davis and a couple other guys, but they realistically brought back that exact same offense that we had last year. The only thing that we saw was Ben Johnson going out, which I hope he does absolutely horrible with the Bears, because
the Bears are going to win twice as many games.
That's a terrible take. The Bears are not going to win double the amount of games as the Lions.
I just think Dan Campbell is not as good without Ben Johnson.
Will they be as good? Maybe not. But maybe next year will be a year that we'll see what the Lions need to do the following year.
But all I'm going to say is they lost 2 regular season games.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to lose way more than that this year. Quick rebuttal. We got to move on to the next one.
I'm just going to say, will the Lions win the NFC North? Yes. Will they be worse? Yes, they will. Because you're not going to win 14 games again, because who's calling the plays? Ben Johnson's not calling the plays.
Who's guarding Matthew Golden? We're going to talk about that. Packers are coming
Aaron
back.
Glenn's not calling. This is not about your team.
Terry and Arnold.
All right. Who?
Terry and Arnold.
Most PI calls all seat, led the league in pass interference.
Also a rookie.
All right, let's wrap this one up. Okay,
also, Matthew Stafford is better than Jared Goff, and he always will be. That's all I got.
I don't disagree with that. Do you? Okay. All right. Did the Giants make the right choice with their second pick last night?
In
the first round, because this is going to come out.
Taking Jackson
Dart.
I believe they did, and I'll tell you why, because I don't think the Giants can afford any more distractions on their team, and I don't know if they wanted the limelight that the Sanders family has, and I'm going to be honest, because I know their plan is to sit Jackson Dart for a year, and I'm not sure if they drafted Shador that Dion would probably want them to start Shador, and it would a whole lot of controversy and not having to deal with any of that. Jackson Dart seems to be a great kid, great learner, and I think it was a good decision. Now, Shador falling out of the first round was crazy, but I believe that he'll go first pick to the Browns in the second round.
I 100% agree with Luke. I just think that the Giants did make the right decision. You get a kid who led the NCAA in passing yards last year.
Okay, but besides player, what about the pick? Trading.
I don't think they needed to trade up. They could have got him in the second round.
Yeah, there was nobody else there.
I think what they did is it was a move because they know they messed up in the past with Daniel Jones, so they wanted to make sure to make it right and get a good quarterback, and they were scared that maybe the Steelers or someone else were going to take them before they could get there, so they made a desperation trade up, and maybe it wasn't the best move, but they got it done.
Okay.
I think that this year was one of those years where we see in the NFL not very many teams are in need of a solid – I mean, not necessarily a solid QB, but there aren't very many teams, especially as we got later into the draft, that really needed that heavy QB. I mean, the last team that was really picked that could have used a QB was Pittsburgh, but does Pittsburgh skipping on a QB open up Aaron Rodgers just coming to Pittsburgh? So I think that New York – could have let Jackson Dart fall farther and they could have gotten him later, but I think that they made a smart move by trading up to get what they wanted.
Okay. I think next time for this segment, I'm going to do points, and then we'll see who wins.
Like, you want to do it around the horn type?
Pretty much, but it's just the two of you. So, all right, final question for Heated Takes. Can the Tigers keep winning with all the injuries? Go ahead.
Personally, I think they can, because what's going to happen is the only downfall that I see is if they lose a guy like Jack Flaherty or Tarek Skubal, if they lose one of those starters, because they arguably have the best pitching rotation in baseball. All five of their starters, except for Reese Olson, have a sub-3 ERA, which is really solid, and all they're going to be doing is just getting these guys back later in the season, which I think is only going to help them make that playoff push and be that better team towards the end of the season like we saw last year.
Okay, well, Eli is saying the Tigers have the best pitching rotation. The Dodgers have 8, maybe 9 starting pitchers that are quality. But that's besides the point. Do I think the Tigers are going to have the same season they did last year? No. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, especially in the Tigers jersey.
Wow.
It's from my boy Nico Goodrum, just retired. I got to honor. He was one of my favorite players, but that's besides the point. The Tigers, I gotta be honest, it was kind of a miracle run. It was no team goes and wins 30 out of their last 41 games to make the wild card.
We're already in a point where we don't need to do that.
And you also got to remember the Tigers are managed by one of the better managers.
I'm just saying
baseball.
This division is wide open this year.
The division is horrible this
year. We're not going to have to make the wild card.
I'm just saying playoff success, beating the Astros was great, but I think it might have been a fluke run.
Wow.
That's hurtful.
What happened, I mean, you go out in the offseason, you sign Manny Margot, which kind of small. You miss out on Alex Bregman. You're now you got Javi Baez playing center field now because of the injuries. You have Andy Ibanez, who's shown multiple great signs, had a really great hit last year against the Astros.
Are you arguing for Javi playing center as a good thing?
Not necessarily. Okay. I'm just saying that I feel like it's also helping the Tigers having these players that they might not be their primary positions, but they can still come out. I mean, they lost Kerry Carpenter, but what did they do? They came out and beat one of the hottest teams in baseball in the San Diego Padres. And I think that the Tigers are under the right management, and you go out and you also get Jack Flaherty, who you lost last year. You traded at the trade deadline. He goes out, wins a ring, and then you're able to bring him back and re-sign him, and he's playing just as well as he did last year. I don't see a reason why the Tigers can't keep winning with the injuries. I think they're under great management finally, and I think that they're only going to get better.
Okay. So you're a hater, and you're a believer.
So we talked about realism and optimism, and now that's out of the window now?
The gritty Tigers, baby. The gritty Tigers, baby.
I think this is a realistic thing.
I'm not saying that they're not have a chance in the division. I'm just saying their playoff success last year was kind of a fluke.
Well, all he's asking you is if the Tigers can keep winning with the injuries. Can they
I didn't
keep
say
winning?
they'd win a World Series or even make the playoffs. I just said keep winning. Which
Winning what? How
Just
games.
keep winning
I don't
games,
know, just
regular
win
season
games.
games.
Well, yeah, they're gonna win another game. There's like
Are they
130 of them.
are they gonna keep winning games? Like, can they consistently keep winning games? Yes.
Well, it depends. I mean,
Are they a World Series caliber team? Probably not.
No.
Not yet. No, they're not.
They'll
But
never be.
I also think that
Not as long as there's no salary cap.
they can also keep winning games at what they are because they have been. And on multiple games, I've counted them out of this year, and all of a sudden, here they are coming into the bottom of the ninth inning, and they're rallying and walking off games that I thought that they were way out of. As long as Kenta Maeda stays out of the game, we're solid.
Anyways, we're going to get on to the next segment. Got ball knowledge. Luke versus Eli. The scoreboard will be above us with the magic of editing. But for us in real time, it's right here. And then the game is, can you guess the player based on who they played for? Okay? I have 2 easy rounds, 2 medium rounds, and 1 hard round, and a tiebreaker. I have not.
We aren't going to need the tiebreaker, Mason.
That's good because I didn't pre-make the graphic.
Luke is
for it.
probably going to skunk me in this.
Okay. Well, let's
if you're
try
betting
not
at
to.
home, my odds are probably about minus 205.
I'd say minus 300.
Luke's locks. Take the under on Luke, or the under on him, because he's not going to get more than 1. If you don't get more than 1, we might need a new co-host.
Oh, thanks.
Because there's the 2 easy
rough.
ones you should definitely be able to get.
Okay.
Okay. Who would like to go first?
You can give it to me.
Okay. Do I really need to write this one out?
Just say it.
Miami Marlins to the New York Yankees.
Giancarlo Stanton, if you want to call him Mike, you can as well.
This is not the start I thought we'd have. That's Jazz Chisholm Jr., my friend. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at the camera. Don't look. 0 for 1 for the kid.
So did Stanton play for another team?
No,
No,
this is the one I wrote down.
So how can I be wrong?
Because you're wrong.
He has the answers.
I have the answers. It says Jazz Chisholm Jr.
We talked about this. You can't if multiple players played for those teams. I'm technically not wrong.
You are technically not wrong, but you are incorrect here.
in the game sense.
Also, from now on, I'm going to read it off.
If
And
the
then-
person guesses wrong, can we steal?
No stealing,
Okay.
but you can try and guess.
Okay.
I honestly forgot Stanton played for both, so I figured this was a shoe-in because it was like a really recent trade.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Eli, your turn for the MLB section.
I just got hoed, but it's fine.
It's okay. Would you like me to write it out? There's 4 teams. Can you remember 4?
Sure.
Okay.
If I need you to write it out, I'll ask you.
Okay. Washington Nationals to the San Diego Padres to the New York Yankees to the New York Mets.
It's Juan Soto.
That is Juan Soto. Round 1 goes to Eli. How you feeling?
Somehow.
I got one. I'm happy. Let's go.
How are you feeling?
Sometimes the refs give bad calls in the first half, but it's fine.
Okay, all right.
He'll make up for it.
Okay, easy round 2. Who would like to go first? You got it, point. You got the point? We'll give it to you. Okay, Eli. Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Luka Doncic.
2 for 2 for the kid. Against all odds. All right, Luke, this one, it's NBA. It's your section. This is the last NBA one we have. Minnesota Timberwolves to the Chicago Bulls to the Sacramento Kings.
You had this. You knew this. You were going to give me this one regardless, weren't you?
Yeah, I did this one for you, and I wanted to give him a chance, so I figured if he can't get Luka, then there's a problem. But if you can't get this,
Zach LaVine, my hero.
your hero, that's a point for Luke.
I feel like this should be
Couldn't
tied
you say
up, but
DeMar DeRozan
he never
too?
played for
He didn't play
Timberwolves.
Did he not? Okay.
No.
Thanks for not giving me
And
that.
he played.
Yeah.
He played for like 3 other teams too.
Yeah, that was.
Should have given me Javi Baez going from the Cubs to the Mets to the Tigers.
Might be on here.
Betters, don't worry. We still got 3 more rounds.
Yeah.
So if you pick my over, we're still fine.
Okay, On to medium round 1.
He got the point.
Gave him a point.
Him first.
You want him
Yeah.
to go. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Medium round 1. Take a look.
The
Graphic will be up.
Pirates to the Giants to the Yankees to the Phillies to the Brewers to back to
Pitt.
to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I ran out of room there, but the graphic looks nice.
I
And
think
crispy.
I might know who this is.
Well, shut your app.
I'm going to.
Anyways, do we have a guess from the kid? This is medium round 1, by the way, so it only gets harder.
Brewers to Pittsburgh.
Do we have a time limit, or do we have as long as?
I
we
mean,
need?
if he doesn't say something in the next 10 seconds. No guesses from the kid? No, you can't steal. I told you that. Listen to the rules better.
Can I guess who it is?
You can guess when he...
I really have no idea.
Throw a name out there.
Current Pirate, fucking
Well, that's a bleep.
That's a bleep.
What do you got?
I don't even know anyone.
I might have to download Jeopardy music.
Can I just say?
Well, hold on. But you got to put out a guess.
I'm just gonna say Cabrian Hayes.
No.
Is this Andrew McCutchen?
This is Andrew McCutchen.
He played for the Yankees.
He did play for the Yankees. It was 30
He
games.
got drafted by Pittsburgh.
30 games at most.
Played for Pittsburgh.
I would have never
And then
known that.
I remember him on Philly, and then MLB The Show
I was
20.
I was
MLB The
thinking-
Show 20 with Andrew McCutchen on the Phillies.
I was thinking McCutchen, but I didn't know he played for the Yankees, so that's what threw me off.
These aren't all current, by the way. I'd like to point that out. All right, Eli, your first easy one. Or medium. This is medium. And at the end there, that says the Mets.
Oh, I know who that is
Well,
already.
congrats. You didn't know the last one, which was all that mattered.
That is true.
Is he a current player?
No.
No?
We have a guess.
Is it Curtis Granderson?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
No. Luke, who is it?
Would you like me to try and guess what his initials stand for?
Just say who
We
it
looked
is.
it up the other day, but I don't know his initials off the top of my dome.
I'm going to say Jeff Daniel Martinez.
It's not Jeff. I know it's not
Okay,
Jeff.
well, I don't know.
I
It's
think
JD
it's-
Martinez.
Yeah, it's JD Martinez. Yep. So at the end of the medium first round, the score is 2-1.
JD Martinez is a current player?
No, he's
No.
not.
No?
He's not on a roster currently. He's a free agent.
So he's still current.
That's not.
He's
what
a
that
current
is.
player.
Well, you could technically. Tom Brady's a current player. He's just a free agent.
He's retired.
Well, but he could.
If you're retired, you're not a current player. If you didn't retire, you're still a current player.
So he's not currently playing.
But he didn't retire.
He's not currently.
Score is
playing.
2-1. Let's break this one up. We'll hit you with another. Anyways, Luke,
Yes. Is this
medium 2
NFL?
NFL.
Jaguars, Eagles, Colts, Raiders, Chiefs.
One thing I'd like to say is that, like, I don't want to throw you off with this because he did play in Las Vegas.
But it wasn't.
But, like,
long.
when you look it up on ESPN, it says they're, like, current. And, like, if I was to do logos, like, say we had a Guardians player,
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the Indian logo on the graphic.
So this is a
So
Oakland Raider?
No, it's a Las Vegas Raider.
So
This
what-
is a current player.
Okay.
That's a loss. I just wanted to say that for a preface for rounds coming. Pause.
Jeez.
This one's hard. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you're gonna get this.
Hard.
And to be honest, I felt like you had more ball knowledge in the NFL spectrum than he did,
I
so I
did.
gave you the more difficult.
It just
one.
seems like a lot of a wild. I'm
Okay,
just
so-
trying to think of current Chiefs that it could be.
Don't think so hard about that. Think of the rest of them. Who played in Jacksonville and then who went to Philadelphia.
I don't know. A lot of people probably.
Take a guess. Should I give position? No.
No.
You could say offense or defense.
Offense.
Offensive player.
Yep. So close.
Is this? I'm just gonna throw something out and
Go ahead.
say Sammy Watkins.
I don't know why, but when he said I'm gonna throw something out, I was like, he's gonna get this. No.
Who was it?
You have a guess? Gardner Minshew.
Oh.
He is right now on the Chiefs.
I forgot Gardner Minshew played with Las Vegas. He started, what, 3 games?
Yep.
4?
It was not much.
I should have gotten that. I'm being honest.
Yeah, I honestly thought you would.
I forgot because I
low-key forgot he played in the league. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, he started for maybe one.
He started
in Vegas
because
but
O'Connell
not for very long.
O'Connell got hurt, and then he came in for like 3 games, and then Aiden O'Connell came back.
But he was the legitimate starter in Jacksonville.
No, I'm mad at myself for that. I should have gotten that one.
Okay, the next one is for Eli. This is your NFL one, Eli.
Oh, really? This is easy. Are you serious?
Well, thanks.
I don't think it is.
This is
For you, I wouldn't have gotten this. Can you not, like, you gotta bluff. Have you ever played poker? Like, if...
how am I? I'm not helping him in any way.
No, but if he knows it's easy, it might be like a pretty well.
Is this offense or defense?
I'm not gonna give you that.
You gave him
Fine, offense, because he had Gardner Minshew.
offense?
Yeah, because that changes things. All the people.
Are we dead ass right now, everybody? This is crazy.
Luke's making me feel really bad because I actually don't know who this is.
I'm gonna need a guess here soon. Give you 5 more seconds.
Why do I feel like it's a running back?
I do not know. 3, 2,
Is this
1. Final guess. Say a name. Any NFL player.
any NFL player?
Say a name.
Jay Ajayi.
I'm gonna keep this
Luke,
real
who is it?
simple.
Who is it, Luke?
It's I'm him, Odell Beckham Jr.
That's who it.
It is Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay, yeah. I forgot he played for Baltimore.
But you remember he played for the Dolphins?
Yeah,
because that's his current team.
it's his current team.
Honestly, that was the one I forgot when I was writing it down. Okay.
I only know the Baltimore so well because I played him in my Madden career mode so much. I was a corner.
Jay Ajayi, crazy pull, yeah.
But it was very incorrect, so I wouldn't be
Yeah,
proud of that.
Yeah, I'm not proud.
All right, the final round is the hard round, and it is MLB.
Okay.
Well, I know who it's not.
Earlier this week, Luke did guess one of the players on accident because I just broke down and told him.
Yeah, so I know who it's not.
Who was it?
Why would he tell you that? He's your competitor.
I don't know who it is.
It
Could be anybody. There's a lot of baseball players in its history. 100 years. It's a lot of people.
So, Luke, if you don't get this, the game is over, but we're still going to give Eli his. And then, you know what? If we have time, I'll just throw out the bonus one, see if anybody can get it. I'll just tell you the teams. I'm not going to write it down.
Tell me if this is current or
This player
is not current.
is current.
Oh, is current.
I don't know why I keep doing that. The mics have got to be hurting.
Cincinnati, New York, Cubs, Yankees. Back to the Cubs. Royals, Rangers. This is a Aroldis Chapman.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
missile!
Are you kidding
Chapman.
All right, Eli. It all comes down to this.
Then we get the tiebreaker.
The final round. Eli Johnson back against the wall. Literally, we are in a tiny room.
My back is.
If he gets it, we go to overtime. No,
If I get it, I win.
If he gets it, he wins. The
Give
big
me
guy
my
messes
player.
up every once in a while. I'm going to read off the teams because there's only 3.
Okay. Is it a
I
current
keep
player?
doing that. It's like
Is it a current player at least?
not going to give you that.
Okay.
This is the hard round for a reason. Cleveland, Boston, Detroit.
Cleveland, Boston, Detroit. Is it a current player?
I'm not going to give you that. I just said that. I gave him that because he's got 15 teams written down. You got 3. Make up your mind.
Ouch.
Anyways.
This is a tiger, too. I'm going to be very disappointed if I don't get this.
You know what? I feel like I should give him if it's current or not.
Is it?
Take a guess first, and then if you get it so wrong, I'll let you know if it's current or not.
From Cleveland?
Cleveland, Boston, Detroit.
Ended his career in Detroit?
Possibly. Maybe he's still there.
Just tell me if it's a current
He
player.
ended his career in Detroit.
Okay.
Oh boy, I'm nervous, dude. I
What are
don't
you
know.
doing?
I'm not even playing, but I'm nervous.
Cleveland to Boston to Detroit.
By the way, the tiebreaker, if we get to it, I'm just going to read the
Is
teams.
this David Price?
Is that your final guess?
Yes.
Luke, who is it?
Victor Martinez.
He played for both teams before.
I didn't know he played for Cleveland until I looked
I
it
didn't
up.
know he
I
played
didn't know he
for
played for
Cleveland.
Boston. That was the one.
I guess David Price because I knew he played in Boston.
David
Okay.
Price played for a lot of teams.
The score is 2-2, guys. We are all knotted up.
We can still get the over to cash, guys. We're fine.
Are we really shooting for that?
Well, the over is me winning.
Oh, yeah, you're shooting for that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. Next time. I'm not going to write them down. I'm going to read them off.
What
if you would
sport?
like them read back, I'll do it again. It's NBA. It is a former player.
Okay.
Okay, well, Luke's winning.
And no, he's not. Have faith, dude.
He's
You're just
got
going to
no
give up.
confidence.
Okay.
I am.
Okay, let me read all the teams first.
Are you going to give it to him and then, like, if he gets it
No.
wrong, I get to guess who it is?
Okay, we're going to say Buzz. Okay? Whoever
All right.
buzzes in
Okay.
first gets the guess.
Okay.
Orlando, LA, Miami, Phoenix, Cleveland, Boston.
What? Shaq.
What did you say first?
Nothing. I said Shaquille
Is your
O'Neal.
final guess Shaquille O'Neal?
Yes.
I knew that one. If he gets it right,
The correct answer.
I lost.
Shaquille O'Neal! It's over!
Luke's box. Everyone cash out right now. You'll get no money, but you'll get pride. And who doesn't like pride?
3-2.
I would hope he would have gotten the NBA question.
It was unfortunate.
I mean,
didn't
he did
think it
get
would
the
come down to
Giancarlo
this.
Stanton question wrong. So
Well,
I had to
technically
throw
I got
Shaq.
it right.
I had to throw Shaq in there because, like, when you think of like somebody who played for a bunch of teams, you think of Shaq. So I had to put Shaq
He's
in
got
there.
all the colors of the rainbow.
you said Cleveland and Boston. You lost me. I was on to Shaq, and then you said Cleveland and Boston.
You didn't know he
and
played for the Cavs?
I second guessed myself.
Celtic Shaq is like the biggest meme of like watched
Yeah.
players.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for the first episode of the Fundamentals. Hopefully, we'll see you guys again. Please come back.
I just pulled the ultimate.
We need you guys to come back.
Pulled the ultimate Cleveland Cavaliers.
In case you can't tell
Pulled
by the
the-
setup.
pulled the
Anyways,
pulled the 3-1 loss.
Luke, say one.
from the Warriors to the Cavs.
Anyways,
We need money. Please come back. Next time, me and him will be on a couch. He's going back to Canada, so we'll have him on
Detroit.
video
He's
call.
the weird one. He's going to Canada.
I'm Mason Crane.
I'm Luke Schaff.
I'm Eli Johnson
Please come back.
on the Fundamentals.